Hello guys, and welcome to my CSGO strategy book. We're going to talk about basic tactics on DE Overpass. So we're going to talk about a default tactic, an A-site smoke tactic, split A-site tactic, long A tactic, short A tactic, B-site tactic, split B, and a close B-site tactic, and we'll cover some extra grenade usage as well. So let's start with the default tactic. So Overpass is a very large map, which means there are lots of areas you should control if you're going to do a default tactic. These include the long A area, the bathrooms, the connector, and the sewers area. Having control of these areas allow you access on any parts of the map very easily and quick rotates as terrorists. So to get control of the sewers, you can have one or two guys go there. At connector, one or two guys. Bathroom, maybe a little bit more, 1 to 3 guys. And the long area you can probably control with an AWPer, or just maybe one guy, or help from your bathrooms guys as well. So then it depends on where you get the pick, depends on where you can push. If you get a pick on A, you can either push A or then rotate back to B. Since the CT's rotation are so quick on Overpass, fakes can actually be very useful. But getting control of that connector is really important, because that's where you're going to rotate through as terrorists. Rotating through T-spawn just takes way too long. It depends on where you want to go and how much map control you have at the time. Making sure you have that connector and that bathroom control as well. So now let's look at the A site. An A site smoke execute. So this is where we're going to attack from bathrooms. And we're going to smoke off A site. So we have 3 to 4 guys in bathrooms, maybe one guy at the long A area, and maybe one guy in the sewers area. Just to make sure you got that rotation. So this is the smokes. You have a close smoke on the left hand side, a smoke in the middle, and a smoke in front of the truck. Molotov off the bank, and Molotov off the stairs. Now let's look at how to do these smokes. For the first smoke, this is going to land at the truck. You sit here and line above the handicapped man's head. It's going to land in front of the truck quite nicely. You can also do this close up if you want. Bounce it off the A on the wall. This leaves a bit of more of a gap at the truck, but works quite nicely. To do the one in the middle of the site, you can do it from this pole here. Line it up quite high. It's going to land to the right of that box. Depends how well you do these smokes. There can be a gap in the middle, so just be careful between the two. You can also do this close as well. However, the CTs will probably spot you if you're doing it this close, but it can work. For the smoke on the left hand side of the site, you go to this part of the entrance to bathrooms. You aim up with the other side of the TV tower. You can land on the left side of the box. You can also do this one from close up as well. There's a little post box there, bounce it off that. For the bank Molotov, you're just going to throw it over those boxes. And for the stairs Molotov, you're going to just throw it at the stairs. You can't do these from further away, as the Molotovs take forever to line up. Flashbangs, you're going to throw it over that building. It will flash pretty much all of sight. If you throw it low enough, it will flash bank. You can also throw a flashbang at the back of restrooms to flash anyone who's trying to pick aggressively at restrooms there. This won't actually flash people at truck. For the split A site, this is where you're going to attack from restrooms and from long at the same time. So you're going to have about half your forces in restrooms, a bit more, and then some forces at the long area, and maybe one in sewers just to keep control of that connector rotation if you need to, and keep the guys on the B site. So the smokes for this are we're going to have a smoke at bank and a smoke at the stairs. Molotovs that are optional. Molotov at the left side of long. Molotov at the truck. You can also do a Molotov back of the truck as well if you wish. To really force them out, but it's not really required. To the bank smoke, you line up in the entrance. This will smoke off the front part of the bank. Completely blocking off everything to there. You can also throw this smoke from the long A side. You're going to line up with the notice board and just throw. This will smoke off bank as well. For the stairs smoke from bathrooms, you're going to line up with the middle of the third grill and about the top of the TV tower. You can also do this one from the long area. You're going to line up with the pot plant, you're going to jump and throw. I'm not a big fan of jump throw smokes, as they work differently on different tick servers, but they can be useful. Truck molotovs, you can throw this one from close, so you clear out that corner pretty easily. You can also jump throw a molotov here. This will actually explode in mid-air, so if you get the angle wrong, it will not work. For the left side here, you can throw this from either restrooms or from long, or you can check it, it's not that hard to check. Flashes, you're going to flash over the building. This will flash pretty much everybody on site, and if you flash low enough, it will flash people in bank as well. You can flash on the top of the restrooms, in case they're going for an aggressive peek there. It won't flash everybody on the site, but it'll flash most of the site. Long flashes, you can flash as well, just over the top. And if you angle it a bit more to the right, it'll be the same as the flash over restrooms. For a long A site, this is where you're going to have most of your forces at the long A area and maybe one in the bathrooms, but you're going to split the site into two. So you have, almost all your forces at long, maybe a bit in the sewers, maybe a bit of the bathrooms, just as I like. So for this one, you're going to do a close right-hand smoke, behind the box smoke, and to the right of the bank smoke. Molotovs are going to be at the left side of the site and at the bank. This strat allows you to run into bank without being seen from the rest of the site, really only having to contest one person. So for the close smoke, you line up in the corner of the flower pot here. It's going to bounce off the little post box there. If you line up on the other edge of the flower pot and aim at the air conditioner, got to aim this one quite high. This will land in the middle of the site. And if you line up on the edge of the notice board here, and this will do the fast smoke. That smokes off the site, allowing you to access to bank, and you can get the bomb down with this strat as well. Molotovs to molotov of the left side, you just do this from long quite easily. Bank molotov you can do from long as well. Flashbangs, flash from long quite nicely. You can also flash a bit more to the right. Just have one go throw both, or one guy each throw each. For the short A site, this is where we're going to attack from restrooms, and we're going to split the site into two. So we're going to have most of our forces in the restrooms area, and maybe one at long, or one in the sewers, just to cut off rotators or to provide just a slightly different angle. So there's going to be the close left-hand smoke, the middle of the site smoke, and the back to the right of the bank smoke. Molotov is going to be at truck and at stairs. So to do the close smoke, you line up with the left edge of the bathrooms and the edge of the TV tower there. It's going to hit the post box and bounce across, smoking off this area here. You can also do this close up as well, just aim at the post box there. For the middle of the site, you can just line up there, aim at the white part of the TV tower, it'll block off the middle of the site quite nicely. You can also do this close up as well by using the bomb plant box, just bouncing off the right hand side there. If you line up in this area, in the entrance to the toilets, you can do the fast smoke as well. You can also do this one close up as well if you need to. This smoke is actually pretty useless by itself, but when combined with the other smokes it works quite nicely. For the molotovs, you can molotov up the truck quite nicely from close range, and the stairs as well. To molotov the stairs you actually have to peek the stairs, so just be careful there. For the flashbangs, you're going to flash over the building. This will flash everybody on site, and if you have it low enough, it will flash people at bank. You can also flash behind the bathrooms if your teammates are rushing in, just so they don't get flashed. This will not flash everybody on the site though. Less effective flash, but doesn't flash your teammates. Now looking at the B bomb site smoke execute. This is actually a strategy where we're going to run through monster. So we're going to have pretty much all of our forces at monster. This could be a 5-man rush monster, and maybe one in sewers, bathrooms, or long, just as a lurk. But it's going to be mainly a full rush on monster. So we're going to smoke off short, we're going to smoke off the site, and we're going to smoke off the catwalk. Molotov off the barrels and molotov off the ramp. So for the first smoke, you're going to jump up onto the little wooden planks there, and just smoke off short quite nicely. This is not really required if you have enough of a presence in that short area, but if you are worried about it, you can smoke it off. Bit of the plank smoke here, you can just smoke off there. Can leave a little bit of a gap, but just be careful. If you aim a bit to the left, it can be better. And this smoke here will smoke off the far part of the site. So this one you're going to run up to the left hand side. You're not going to walk near the toxic barrels, otherwise you'll be seen from heaven. Just going to walk on that left hand side from monster out. For molotovs, you're going to aim to the left of the toxic, so they have to run through more of the molotov and use the wall for your ramp molotov. For the flashbangs, a couple of flashbangs, you can throw it over the monster. This will flash people at toxic. Combine that with the molotov and they might not even know they're in a molotov. This flash will actually flash pretty much everybody on the site, unless they're in the little pit area. And if you aim a bit to the left, you can flash people in the ramp and CT as well, and at short. Alright, now we're going to look at a split B site. So this is where we're going to come from the monster area and from short. This is going to be the main execute for a B site take. So we'll have probably more of our attacking forces in the short area, but it can be an even split. And maybe one in restrooms or at long just as a lurk or just to distract them. So the smokes for this are going to be the heaven smoke and the heaven smoke and the catwalk smoke. Molotovs is going to be for the toxic and the ramp. Now let's have a look at how to do these. You can do the close plank smoke, however for this strategy I prefer not using it, as you're going to smoke off heaven, and that's where this smoke really excels at. So instead this smoke is better, which is at the barrel and slightly left of the top of the TV tower. It lands a bit to the left, leaving no gap at the pit to watch you guys crossing from short. You can also do it from short if you wish. This also lands a bit further back, which is much nicer, much cleaner. But again, you can use the other ones for faking as well if you need to. For the heaven smoke, you're going to jump on top of the wood planks in the short area, and this will smoke off heaven. For the molotovs, from monster, you can molotov off toxic. You can also do this from short by jumping. And you can also use the wall here to molotov off the ramp. For the flashbangs, flashing from monster entrance, this flash will flash pretty much everybody on site except for at the ramp. So this is a very good flash for taking B site. To flash for ramp, you can just throw a flash a bit more to the left. This will flash ramp. It also flash most of the other people on the sites as well, and it even flash people at short. From flashes from short, you can just throw one over the yellow building there. This will flash people again on site quite nicely. Alright, now we're going to look at a close B site smoke execute. So this is where you're going to split B, but you're going to throw those smokes closer rather than further away. So you're going to have a bit of a presence in monster, a bit of a presence at short, and maybe one guy in bathrooms or at long, just at lurk or to distract them if needed. The smokes are going to be the catwalk smoke, site smoke, and toxic smoke. Molotovs toxic is useful as well. So let's have a look at these smokes. So the close catwalk smoke, you can use the corner of this wall here. This will smoke off a close catwalk. Not letting heaven spot you if you guys are crossing from short or from sight. This smoke here will smoke off sight. This forces people from pit not seeing you as you get to sight. And also heaven not seeing you if you cross to the left hand side there. Stand on top of the wood planks here and you can throw a smoke that'll block off the toxic barrels. There is a little gap at monsters, so just be careful, but that molotov should be able to force them off that gap. So this molotov here can work with that smoke. And same with this molotov, they will not be extinguished by that smoke. For the flashbangs, flash over the monster here. And this will flash everybody on sight, except if they're in that ramp. It'll even flash heaven as well. To flash the ramp from the monster entrance, you just aim a bit more to the left. Get a bit more of an angle on that. That'll flash people at the ramp, people in CT, and people at short, and people at heaven. Short, you can do a few flashes as well. Flash over the yellow building. This will flash people toxic, heaven, CT, catwalk, all the areas. Alright, now let's have a look at some extra grenades. So, since Overpass is all about taking sites, taking map control, extra grenades are useful. So these two molotovs allow you control of the long part of the toilets area. These molotovs here allow you control of connector, just forcing them back or into crossfires that you've got set up for them. This molotov here, molotovs up and aggressive, push it short, will be blocked by the train if it comes, so just make sure your timing's right. You can also molotov off the short here from sewers if you wish. Molotov off the left side of the van if they like playing there. This molotov here will molotov off the pit. If they like playing there, you can use that. The flashbangs, this will flash off long A. Flash any AWPers trying to peek it, so you can peek it again. This flashbang will flash off the little stair corner here and connector. Both sides as well. And even the boost spot there. You can also smoke off the other sites from the sewers and from the bathrooms. So this smoke will smoke off the stairs. I have videos about this which I'll link in the description if you wish to find more of these grenades and strategies on how to use them. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.